Tonight, an exclusive Cairo Team 7 investigation discovers that the state will send ballots to thousands of convicted felons in the next week, even though the majority of them cannot legally vote. Our lead investigative reporter Chris Halsney joins us live with a fast-brewing political controversy. Chris?
Margot, the Secretary of State's office fired up this new multi-million-dollar computer in 2006. Its job was to catch, then cancel illegal voters. Well, not really all illegal voters. Cairo Team 7 investigators recently ran its own data to double-check the state's work. We found out that the system was set up to ignore the existence of some 24,000 convicted felons.
The state of Washington never stopped sending Tracy Wilkinson ballots in the mail, even though it appears she's not eligible to vote. In 2002, she pleaded guilty to a felony prescription drug charge, then, according to court files, failed to pay all her fines. A Snohomish County judge ruled the defendant is not entitled to restoration of civil.
And then when you brought up I'm not supposed to vote, they send me my ballots. I've been voting for the last 10 years.
An extensive computer analysis independently conducted by Cairo Team 7 investigators found that Wilkinson is just one of 23,927 criminals on the active voter database. 6,812 of them are considered very likely voters because they have already cast a ballot in other elections this year. Unless something changes soon, every one of the felons on that list will get a ballot for the November election, even though the state admits it has no idea if they are eligible.
It sounds like the Secretary of State's not doing his job.
Jonathan Bechtel is an attorney at the conservative think tank, the Evergreen Freedom Foundation. He thinks we have found a significant flaw and one that could affect a close election.
So we're not going to follow the law because it seems too hard to do. Sorry, that just doesn't cut it. The law says if you're a felon, you can't vote. The Secretary is given the authority. It was given the funds to put this database together. They should be able to do this.
Washington's convicted felons can't legally vote unless two things happen. One, they must meet all of their court-ordered conditions, prison time, restitution, the works. Then, depending on the year, that felon also needs a judge to sign an order of discharge or restoration of civil rights. A long-term study by the Washington Department of Corrections shows that about Secretary of State Sam Reed is proud his office has purged 40,000 dead, duplicate, underage, and non-citizen voters off the rolls since 2006. However, he admits that the felon issue remains a problem.
It's almost impossible for us to track that, though we are working with the courts to do it. But that is one of our challenges.
For Tracy Wilkinson, her answer is simple, and it appears to be the same thought process being used by the Secretary of State's office. Let all criminals vote as long as they are out of prison or jail.
I think as long as they're paying taxes and being part of the community and doing what they're supposed to be doing, they should have the right to vote.
Computer tracking of felons really is a mess. We found thousands of data entry errors and mistakes regarding whether certain voters were convicted of felonies or gross misdemeanors or both. Because of discrepancies like that, elections officials tell me they would need to review paper court files to truly determine eligibility.